Ever pondered what it feels like to swim in a pool of gold, like a certain cartoon duck we all know and love? Today, we're embarking on a journey into an awe-inspiring world, a realm where money is no object, and the lifestyle is nothing short of opulent. We're talking about the land of billionaires, where dreams are not just dreams, but realities shaped by the power of wealth. Think about it for a moment. Imagine the freedom to travel anywhere in the world at a moment's notice, not in the crammed economy class, but in the luxurious comfort of a private jet. Imagine owning a mega yacht, a floating palace equipped with every conceivable luxury, from helicopter pads to your personal submarine. Picture yourself vacationing in exotic locales, where the sandy beaches are as white as snow, and the ocean sparkles under the radiant sun like a blanket of diamonds. In this land of opulence, the houses are no ordinary dwellings but sprawling mansions with acres of lush gardens, private cinemas, and even indoor swimming pools. And let's not forget the garages, filled with the world's most exclusive cars, polished to perfection and begging to be driven. But it's not just about material possessions. It's about experiences too. It's about dining at the world's finest restaurants, where renowned chefs create culinary masterpieces just for you. It's about attending high-profile events and rubbing shoulders with the who's who of the world. It's about having the power to make a difference, to shape the world in ways that most can only dream of. There's a country that stands out in this context, a place that's home to the highest number of billionaires. This country, whose name we'll unveil soon, is a testament to the limitless possibilities that wealth can bring. It's a land where dreams take flight on the wings of prosperity, where ambition meets opportunity, and where wealth is not just accumulated but celebrated. Now, wouldn't you like to know which country this is? Hold on to your monocles, folks. Got your guesses ready? Well, drumroll please. We're talking about the one and only United States of America. Now let's take a magnifying glass to the billionaire lifestyle in the land of the free and the home of the brave. Ah, the billionaires. A curious bunch indeed. Their lives are as fascinating as they are extravagant. They probably spend more on their pet's diamond collar than most of us make in a year. Imagine that. It makes you question whether Fido really needs that much bling. Not to mention, these billionaires have a knack for turning the mundane into the extraordinary. Breakfast? It's not just toast and eggs, it's caviar on artisanal bread, fresh squeezed orange juice from their private orchard, and eggs from chickens that probably have a better health insurance than you and I. So where does all this wealth come from? Well, the answer might be as close as your smartphone. The tech industry is a goldmine for these modern-day Midases. Think Silicon Valley, not just a geographical location, but a symbol of innovation, entrepreneurship, and yes, mind-boggling wealth. The likes of Google, Apple, Facebook, and many more have birthed billionaires who are as tech-savvy as they are affluent. But let's not forget about our friends in finance. Wall Street isn't just a street, it's a pathway to riches. Investment banking, hedge funds, private equity, you name it. The finance industry is like a money-making machine, and those who know how to play the game can accumulate wealth beyond our wildest dreams. Yet it's not all private jets and penthouses. It's also sleepless nights and high-stakes decisions. It's the pressure of maintaining that wealth and the scrutiny that comes with it. It's the constant balancing act between personal life and the demands of running multi-billion-dollar businesses. So next time you imagine the billionaire lifestyle, remember it's not just about the shiny toys and the glitzy parties. There's more to it than meets the eye. But wait, it's not all champagne and caviar, is it? Think being a billionaire is all about lounging on yachts and bathing in champagne. Think again. When you've got more money than you could spend in several lifetimes, life isn't all glitz and glamour. There's a darker side to being a billionaire. And it's not just about having to decide which of your 5 luxury sports cars to drive to the golf course. Just imagine, every decision you make, every investment, every business venture can affect the lives of hundreds, even thousands of people. That's a ton of responsibility resting on your diamond-studded shoulders. And let's not forget about the sleepless nights, wondering if you've made the right call or if your empire will crumble while you're sipping on your $100 cup of coffee. Oh, and speaking of coffee, ever tried making a cup when your Italian espresso machine is more complex than a space shuttle? Sure, they might have a gold-plated toilet, but they still have to flush it themselves. And then there's the isolation. When you're worth billions, who can you really trust? Even your closest allies might be eyeing your fortune like a hawk circling its prey. It's a lonely world at the top, And sometimes the only company you have is your own reflection in your crystal chandelier. And lastly, let's talk about inheritance. Deciding who gets what portion of your wealth can be like playing a game of chess with your own family. One wrong move and it's checkmate, with relationships left in tatters. So while we all dream of the billionaire lifestyle, remember it's not all caviar and private jets. There's a price to pay for such immense wealth, and it's often heavier than a suitcase full of gold bars. So, still dreaming about that billionaire lifestyle? Now that we've seen the glitz and the grit, you might be wondering, how do I get there? Well, let's put on our detective hats and delve into the common traits and habits that billionaires tend to share. Spoiler alert, it's not just about having a golden goose that lays diamond eggs. First on our list, perseverance. The road to riches is often paved with failures, but it's how you respond to those failures that makes all the difference. It's like learning to ride a bicycle. You're bound to fall off a few times, but you don't give up, do you? You dust yourself off, hop back on, and keep pedaling until you get it right. Billionaires are no different. They are the masters of bouncing back, turning failures into stepping stones on their path to success. Next up, innovation. Billionaires aren't just dreamers, they're doers. They come up with groundbreaking ideas that disrupt industries and then have the audacity to turn those ideas into reality. It's like they're playing a high-stakes game of Jenga, always pushing the boundaries, teetering on the edge, but somehow managing to keep the tower from crashing down. And then there's risk-taking. Billionaires didn't amass their fortunes by playing it safe. They're the daredevils of the business world, always ready to take a leap of faith. It's like they're skydiving without a parachute, banking on their ability to build one on the way down. Quite the adrenaline rush, isn't it? Oh, and let's not forget the early morning rituals. Turns out waking up at 4 in the morning to meditate and run 10 miles isn't everyone's cup of tea. But hey, if you want to join the Billionaire Club, you might need to swap your morning latte for a pre-dawn jog. So, there you have it, the path to riches, laid out in 3 simple steps. Persevere, innovate, take risks, and maybe, just maybe, consider setting that alarm clock a little earlier. So, ready to swap your morning latte for a pre-dawn jog? So what have we learned from our jaunt into the world of the super rich? Well, we've had a spectacle of the opulence that's as dazzling as a diamond-studded Rolex. We've peeked behind those towering gates into the lives of those with bank accounts as hefty as their private jets. We've seen the luxury, the glamour, and the excess. And let's be honest, who wouldn't be tempted by a life of endless yacht parties and gold-plated everything? But remember, it's not all champagne and caviar. We've also glimpsed the dark underbelly of this world of wealth. The loneliness that can come with being at the top, the pressure to maintain that position, and the constant scrutiny under the public eye. It's like living in a goldfish bowl. Only the bowl is made of Swarovski crystals, and there's a team of paparazzi peeking in. As for the path to riches, it's not a yellow brick road leading straight to the Emerald City. It's a winding journey filled with trials and tribulations, and it takes more than a pair of ruby slippers to reach the end. It requires determination, resilience, and a sprinkle of ingenuity. And even then, not everyone gets to meet the wizard. Remember folks, even billionaires can't buy more hours in the day, or can they? Well, they may not be able to slow down the ticking clock, but they sure can afford to make every second count. So whether you're a budding entrepreneur or just dreaming of a life less ordinary, take a leaf out of their book. Make every moment matter, chase those dreams, and who knows, you might just end up on the next billionaire list. Until next time, keep dreaming big and remember, the sky isn't the limit, it's just the view.